And there's so much nonsense in the New Age community, guys. They make up these like labels, and they're like trying to get you to attach yourself to these like labels, and it's like only through this way and only through this thing, like, you know, like semen retention and like the 5D and like DNA activation and the Council of Light and like, you know, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, you know, like I can name 1,000 of them because there's so many ridiculous things, and all that matters is that you boil it down to yourself. That's all that matters. That's the ironic thing. All of that extra stuff, it's like, I'm going to give you an example, okay? Let's say, like, because a lot of women, they're like, let's set up a workshop to tap into, like, our divine feminine, right? We're going to ignore our masculine side. We got to, like, tap into the feminine. Fine, okay. And they have these workshops, and these girls get together, and they're like, you know, they're dancing around, they're prancing around. They're like, ew, I'm so free. I'm so embodying my feminine. I'm so amazing. Oh, right? And then that idea of the divine feminine is what limits you. You're like, I'm trying so desperately to tap into this divine feminine. Like I saw these comments, they're like, I don't know, I'm a really like hardcore spiritualist, and I don't know, like I really need to tap into my divine feminine. Like, so basically somebody gave you this idea about the divine feminine, and it sounded super catchy and woo-woo, and you're like, oh wow, that must be true, because this person seems so enlightened and aware, but they're just as fucking ignorant as the person that doesn't know. Because by attaching yourself to these labels, you are further distancing yourself from your truest essence. There's no divine masculine, divine feminine, guys. You don't have to put like divine, there's divine, you know, like this and divine that, like whatever. Just be yourself. Authenticity is king. You are the queen, you are the king of yourself. And in that power creates everything. And all these other illusory things, you know, like bringing the 5D into the 3D and DNA activations and light codes and like all this fucking bullshit. Get rid of all of that shit, man. Law of attraction, law of assumption. I need to like, you're giving your power to these things, man. They don't exist there. You're limiting yourself. You're basically saying like if you believe in like pineal gland theory and opening your third eye and like all these weird fucking nonsense things, like yes, your third eye naturally opens when you meditate and you awaken, guys. You don't have to try pineal activation and pineal gland nonsense, semen retention nonsense, all of it nonsense. You don't need any of that stuff, because what you're doing is you're turning those ideas into a religion. You're giving your power to these ideas. And your truest essence, will always be blocked off by that karmic attachment to those things that you're chasing after. They are not solid foundational techniques. They're not. None of it is. It's all an illusion. It's all people that think they're super spiritual and awakened, and they buy into this new age nonsense, and they have no idea about the core essence. It's all an illusion. It's all a joke. You keep it simple, and you cut through it like a fucking hot knife through butter. That's why I'm saying, like, get rid of all of that shit. Just sit in stillness. That's it. And you're engulfed in light and you feel. That's it. And you breathe. That's it. And like every little technique that you add on, you know, like I'm going to cleanse my chakras and I'm going to do like meditations and I'm going to sit and I'm going to believe this Reiki person that can heal me and they're projecting all this light stuff, but it doesn't really work, but it's projecting the light stuff, and I'm a Reiki master and I'm a fucking delusional, all of them. They have no fucking clue. And the only reason it may or may not work is based on how much you believe and how much you sync up vibrationally with what they're projecting. That's it. You're giving your power away to them, and you're like, please heal me, when the healing exists within you already. And so any spiritualist, any true master worth their salt is going to tell you that all of that shit's an illusion. That's why Ramana Maharshi is like, dude, just be still. There's anything that exists, almost like literally almost like 99.9% of the stuff that exists in your mind as thought, as like an idea, as a thing that you're going to use as a technique, as anything. It's all an illusion. It's all bullshit. All that exists is oneness, and all that exists is nothingness. And you tap into your nothingness and you find your humility, and then you root yourself in it, and that's it. And then life plays out now. You become the master. You become the enlightened one. after you've purged all of it, man. Get rid of it all. I can't make it any more clear. I guarantee you have 10 or a dozen or 24 ideas of what a spiritual practice looks like. And you're like, oh, I'm going to go do Kriya Yoga. I'm going to go believe in Christianity. Jesus is this and Buddha is this and whatever. And you have these ideas. And then now the New Age comes in with like all of this other nonsense that I had mentioned before. And you are systematically partitioning yourself off and giving your power to those ideas all the time. And some of it will work a little bit, because God doesn't necessarily care. God is just happy as long as you're trying to improve yourself spiritually. So it's like you're taking detours to the source, right? But I'm saying go the direct line, man. It's quicker, it's more efficient, and you will get in touch with the shit that you have to purge much more quickly and much more succinctly and concisely than doing the detour of like 50,000 different New Age labels that you buy into. The law of attraction and like DNA activation and light codes and like divine masculine, divine, like all of this stuff. It's so bizarre and woo-woo. And it pretty much discredits the entire community. There's a problem because everyone is buying into this shit. If you start searching spiritual stuff, New Age stuff on YouTube, you will see some batshit fucking crazy shit out there. People that have truly lost, because they heard it somewhere, they thought it was true, and now the whole fucking community starts spewing out this nonsense, regurgitating this nonsense, and they're like, no, it's like this because the spiritual community believes in it. And in a way, it is true because they believe in it and they're making it real, so they're perpetuating it. But you're just you're giving power to like a figment of your imagination. You know? And then now it makes it that much more difficult for you to discern between what's truth and what's not truth. Because now if I come in and I say, your ancestors exist, beings exist, your guardian angels exist, these types of entities that they exist, you're going to say, no, Darius, but you were saying that woo-woo stuff doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, there are certain things that are true, and there are certain things that are just complete made-up nonsense. And when you see from this place of truth, you have the like overarching clarity and view down into all of it. You see, you recognize the energy blueprint behind what the nonsense is and what the truth is. And it manifests and it shows itself to you through your own experiences. And it plays out and you see it. You have dreams about it, you meditate and you see visions of stuff. You have thoughts and downloads that come in and they like make themselves known to you. And because you're so still, because you've quieted all of that mental noise and all that negativity, you see that perfectly. And you can extrapolate out based on like certain actions and certain things, how something's going to play out. We have given our truest self, our truest beingness to so much nonsense. And so that's why it's lonely. That's why it's lonely, because even the people that you think you could find like a certain camaraderie with, that you could like speak about these things with, even with them, they are also lost. They're not fully lost. They are awakened. They understand some stuff. They see some stuff, okay? But they don't see even the stuff that they believe in is fucking fictitious and illusory. Oh, I have to go earth myself and ground myself and take my shoes off and walk around and earth myself to like become in balance with the earth. It's like fucking nonsense, all of that shit, man. Yeah, it feels nice to walk around and your toes are touching the grass. Yay. You know, and there is some energy transfer there. Yay. But the more potent, more efficient, more powerful technique is just to meditate and be still and to pray. That's it. You know, you don't need to augment your like practice by adding on all of this other stuff. If you want to do that stuff and it makes you feel good, fine, cool. But understand what you're doing. Don't just do it because somebody else told you. Or if they tell you, try it out and see, and you're like, nah, I don't buy it. You know? You know how long I spent trying to like find these different techniques and different things that I was doing, and like when I finally saw what worked, I was like, oh my god, all of that shit is fucking bullshit. Different breathing techniques, different like meditation styles, different all of it. It's fucking crazy. That's the true delusion. And to the person that buys into that stuff, you're insane, because you're negating what they have attached to themselves as part of their conditioning now. You can attach spiritual practices to your conditioning, guys. That furthers you away from the true lonely path that I keep talking about. It's like how do I relate to these people that have bought into this woo-woo shit? How? How? How do I relate to a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist and tell them, you know, those guys that you're modeling yourselves after, they're you. They're not higher than you. You have put them on the pedestal. They're not any better than you. You are equal with them. You are equal with life. You are equal with the bird. You are equal with the insect. You are equal with the tiniest atom and the largest fucking universe and galaxy. You are equal to all of it. It is a part of you and you are a part of it. It is mirrored in you and you mirror it. That's it. But to get to that understanding, oh my God, is it tricky. You have to navigate all these potholes, you know, you're going to fall in. Manholes that just like engulf you fully. And all it is just like, it can be one idea. It can be one little off thing that you're just diving balls deep into to see if it works, and it doesn't work. Why? Because it's taking you further away from yourself. It's like you're here and everything that you're chasing after is out here, and you keep like furthering, like you're like, at first you're like 500 feet away, and now you're like 5,000 feet away, and now you're miles away. The further you keep trying and attaching yourself to all of these delusional things that exist outside of just stillness and truth. That's it. That's why like Eckhart, he only came out with 3 books, man. He's like, man, like what more can I write about? And the shortest one of them all, Stillness Speaks. That's it. He knows, man. Read his shit. Read it. That motherfucker is the truth.